Hey guys, this is Troy with mycngguy.com. Just finished this 04 GMC, and real simple conversion. Obviously an 8-cylinder. Got the switch right here. You got the key for it? I'll show you under the hood. And tanks in the back. Went with the usual fill nozzle. This vehicle already had a fuel tank in it for, and they wanted to leave in here, but we definitely put and covered a tank that they had taken out of another vehicle. And so here's your fill nozzle, 3600 psi, and it's stainless steel. And we'll show you under the hood here. Went with some brighter hoses this time, just so you can distinguish what's factory and what's not. So let's start off with these two small hoses. These right here, we tap right into these lines. I'm using these higher quality clamps, and they don't back off. They're not adjustable. You gotta wiggle them or cut them off. But I love them because I never have any type of leakage issues. I mean, when they're on there, they're on there. And then that runs over to our regulator, and that keeps the regulator from getting cold or icing up. There's different parts of the world where they don't even use this, but we use it here in Utah because it does get rather chilly underneath the hood. Here's our gauge. We use a clear gauge so you can clearly see what's going on. This right here is a vacuum line, and this vacuum line runs over here to the V, and that's where we pick up. This other line goes to the intake manifold, and this line right here says gas right here on the map sensor, and that runs all the way to the fuel rail, which says gas, which is the CNG gas, which is right in here. So obviously we got our computer, regulator, here's our data cable wire. I love Velcro, so I always Velcro that right there so it's convenient to get to. Then we take our bundle, and there's several ways of doing this bundle. I just zip tie it all together. And I'll leave a few links, like I'll coil some of my excess wire. I'll coil it and maybe put it under the shroud, which makes it nice if you ever do any maintenance. Your lines aren't short and you don't have to unclip everything. You can just undo the bundle, like any of your extra wiring. Just undo it, and then you can get stuff out of your way. So these are your lines that deliver the CNG into the intake right here. And you can't see this, but we've drilled the intake right down here, the intake manifold. This right here is where we tie it into the RPM. You can see that, and then we put some liquid tape on that. These right here, we kept this open. A lot of times we'll wrap this completely in black, but we kept some of these lines open so that people can see what we did and how we tied into cut the injectors. We do have plugs now that we offer, and these plugs are intended to just be completely plug and play, where you can just unplug the factory injector right here and then plug in to that. For now, we're still soldering 90% of the kits. Again, that's a little upgrade thing that we're working on for everybody who wants that. I like to solder. I know I got a permanent connection, and I do it all the time, so I'm comfortable with it. This right here is our delivery tube, our delivery coming out of the regulator at a reduced pressure. Obviously, it comes in at around anywhere from 200 psi to 3600 psi, and then it gets reduced down in the regulator, comes through here, goes through our filter, which this filter is a 10-year filter, and I think it's a lifetime filter because it's done with, instead of paper, it has a metal little small particulates, a real fine screens in there that catches everything. You can actually wash it. And so then again we flow through here, we come off of a T, and then we go to each individual fuel rail. And go ahead and fire it up if you don't mind. Right here, we do pull a little bit of power off of our box, and we use these real simple little USB, these little micro fuse. Just pull right in there, stick our fuse. Real simple way to get our ignition. And it just clicked over. That was what the click is, and that was like a sewing machine running. And it's just starting to transition out of CNG. So it does it slowly. You can do it cylinder by cylinder, or it can do it all at once. I have it all at once, but you can also set the setting so it cylinder every like tenth of a second. Each cylinder transitions over to CNG. So that's it. Again, inside right now we've got a full tank, so we're on a full thing of CNG. That's why we have a green light, and you can just cut it off. And now we're running back on gasoline, so we don't miss a beat there. And we go back over to CNG, and it will flip over once I get the RPMs. There you go, and it's just flipped over. So this is our little kit. Put a lot of these out, a lot of happy customers. And speaking of which, we'll interview this young man right here. What do you think of it so far?
I'm real impressed. We're excited. The simple system is real easy to put on, obviously. I appreciate Troy hopping right on this for me, and we're excited to run it. We're seeing the CNG pumps coming up in our area and hometown in Wyoming, and we're excited to tap into a $1.60 a gallon.
All right, true patriot there. Well, again, I'm Troy. Just give us a call at 801-687-7788, or better yet, visit the website at 801. Visit the website mycngguy.com. And I appreciate you guys looking at the videos and all the support. I appreciate all the people telling me, hey, we can little things to make things better. And we just hired some more people here, so we're going to possibly we're definitely getting this ramped up in a larger scale here. And thank you again.